Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to day 2 of our 7 days of inspiration. Yesterday, we caught a sunrise or a sunset. I hope you were able to do that. And today's little bit of inspiration is to eat a meal in silence. I feel like this one should be pretty accessible for most people. I imagine those people most challenged by this task would be living in families, and especially family with young kids. Family mealtime tends to be really chaotic and loud, and trying to get the kids to eat their vegetables and all that sort of thing. But if you can orchestrate it, there are so many beautiful benefits to eating in silence. I remember holding a yoga retreat with my beloved in India, and we stayed at an ashram, and every meal time was done in silence. So we would chant a mantra, and then we would just eat a very simple meal, usually rice and dal or something like that, in total silence. And it built such an energy to the room, and mealtime became a real practice. It became a real communion with what it is that you're eating. And I feel like that is the missing link for a lot of us. We're disconnected with what we put in our mouth. A lot of the food we get is fast food or pre-packaged because we're just so busy. We don't, generally speaking, grow our own foods. We don't have our hands in the earth, and we don't really appreciate all of the work and the energy that goes into creating food. So that time of getting quiet and honoring what you're about to put into your body is powerful, because it's true, you are what you eat. The meal that you eat will get digested and become the new you. Will become brain cells and heart cells and skin cells and all the rest of it. So when we eat, when we're rushed, when we eat unconsciously and don't even pay attention, there is a real disconnect to the food, and we miss that opportunity to honor the food and honor everyone who has been involved with the process of bringing that meal to you. When we eat, ultimately, something needs to give its life or give part of itself to us, right? We're eating fruit from a tree, we're eating vegetables that we pull up from the root, we're eating eggs, we're eating animals. This is the nature of life. Everything eats everything. In our insides right now, we have trillions of bacteria who we're feeding when we eat a meal. And yeah, this is a very powerful practice to honor your food, to slow down when you eat, and to also eat mindfully. I remember this technique from way back in the day when I was a young girl and I was recovering from an eating disorder. And I learnt to chew each mouthful 35 times to really break it down and taste it and be with it. And there was something so nourishing about the food that you just sit with and chew and really feel. There's something very nourishing when you swallow that. And on a practical level, it's partly digested from the enzymes in your mouth, and it's a lot more easily to digest in the gut, and your body is a lot more able to assimilate the nutrients from that meal into your body. So another beautiful thing to do, as I mentioned, what we used to do in the ashram is to just take a moment and give thanks, or to say a mantra. The mantra that we would chant in the ashram, Brahma Panam, if you want to look it up. Brahma Panam, Brahma Havya, Brahma Hanu, Brahmanahutam, Brahmevatena Gantayam, Brahma Kama Samadhina. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Tat Sat. Yeah, so that was just an easy, beautiful little mantra, and immediately puts you in a state of reverence before you eat your meal. Or you can say grace if you do that, or just sit and take a few deep breaths before you start to chow down. So that slow eating and mindful eating is really powerful. A tip for those of you who are living in family life, you can talk to your family about it. You can tell them, I want to eat this meal in silence because it helps me connect more deeply to the food that I'm eating. Would you like to join me? That's always an option. Even for little kids, they get it. Our eldest daughter Soleil was actually with us on that yoga retreat, and she was 18 months old, and she sort of got the fact that everyone was sitting in silence. And it was a really beautiful thing. So there you go. That is my little tip of inspiration for day 2 is to eat a meal in silence. And I hope you can explore that, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.